This is the board out of a Ninja blender. Seems like a nice blender. Like what happens oftentimes in the expat communities is that somebody plugs the blender or any appliance into a 220 volt line, and it's actually a 110 volt system. And right here we see the issue. Power came in, must have been an arc. Smoke. Looks like maybe that trace, the trace here, looks like it is completely blown. And yeah, it is. All right, so how do we deal with this? If the trace comes from here, connects into this part, we got to find out where this goes. All right, maybe we'll try to clean it up first. So in order to fix this, we're going to have to find a way to connect this pad over to this pad, which means we either repair this trace or more likely we'll just solder a wire from here to here. Let's check the other side of the board. What blew up here? All right, magic smoke came from this one. Okay, fume extractor on. It happens far more often than I would have thought, where somebody brings a piece of electronics from the US to a different part of the world, and somebody plugs that item into a 220 volt source. And the three items that get destroyed the most on a circuit board are a fuse, a capacitor, or a varistor. In this case, it's a varistor. I don't have the part with me. I'm going to order it in. Then we'll solder it on the board and repair the trace, and hopefully it'll all work. I'm just going to clean up this board and we'll go from there. Okay, let's talk about a varistor. So what is a varistor? I think of there are two different components that really kind of protect a board. Well, three really, but two that are meant to. One is a fuse. If the power gets to be too much, a fuse will break and it'll stop power from going through. A varistor is kind of the opposite. If power increases dramatically, a varistor allows power to go through. Creates a path to shunt that power to some other place. This could be used either in the normal function of a device, or it could also be used in a protective way. Too much power, however, you can overcome the varistor, and sometimes it'll explode. Okay, if I take a look at this, you can see the power comes in here, and then there's this trace that is damaged. And it's a little bit more damage on the board from where the varistor was and the heat. But if you look, there's this large pad here that is all copper underneath. So I should be able to connect a wire from this AC2 connection to any of the connections underneath and effectively work around the trace that is missing.